They say love is colorblind. But in Hollywood, love sometimes had a camera crew, a contract, and a red carpet. These 10 black and white celebrity couples made headlines not just for their relationships, but for what those relationships brought them. Fame, influence, publicity. Was it true love? Or was it a calculated move for the spotlight? Let's break down the most talked about interracial couples who blurred the lines between romance and relevance. 1. Sammy Davis Jr. and Mae Britt in 1960. When Sammy Davis Jr. married Mae Britt, it wasn't just a love story, it was a national controversy. Sammy, a groundbreaking black entertainer known for his singing, acting, and charm, had already broken numerous racial barriers in Hollywood and Vegas. Mae Britt, a white Swedish actress with a porcelain doll appearance, was relatively unknown in America before their union. When their engagement went public, the backlash was instant and brutal. Interracial marriage was still illegal in more than half of the United States, and their wedding sparked outrage in both the press and political circles. Sammy even postponed the wedding to avoid harming John F. Kennedy's presidential campaign, fearing his association with the Kennedy family would be damaged by the controversy. Despite the chaos, they married in a private ceremony, becoming one of the first high-profile interracial couples in modern pop culture. But love came at a cost. Sammy lost contracts, TV appearances, and fans. Mae was blacklisted from Hollywood and faded from the public eye, while they raised a daughter together. The pressure eventually fractured the marriage, ending in divorce after 8 years. Some critics believed the union was a bold PR move that fueled Sammy's rebel image, while others defended it as a pure, if doomed, love story. Sammy once said, "I'm not trying to change the world. I just want to love who I love, whether calculated or courageous." Their relationship stood as a daring act in an era when love across color lines was seen as betrayal. They didn't just face racism, they stared it down, and in doing so, they changed how America looked at love, race, and celebrity forever. 2. Robert De Niro and Grace Hightower. Robert De Niro, known for his intensity and unmatched presence in Hollywood, surprised many when he married Grace Hightower in 1997. Grace, a former flight attendant turned philanthropist, wasn't from the glitzy world of actors or models, but that's partly what intrigued De Niro. Their love story began quietly in the late 80s, but once public, it stirred conversations about race, class, and power. Grace, a black woman with poise and depth, quickly became a sophisticated presence on red carpets and at charity galas. While many applauded the pairing as a sign of De Niro's grounded nature, insiders whispered that Grace's refinement helped polish his image in a media world shifting toward inclusivity. De Niro, once known for avoiding the spotlight, began embracing the more refined, philanthropic side of fame. The couple's presence at high society events earned them the reputation of a modern Manhattan power couple. Still, their marriage was anything but smooth. A divorce filing in 1999 shocked fans, though they later reconciled and even renewed their vows in 2004 in front of A-list guests. But by 2018, the split became permanent, and their divorce proceedings revealed a clash over finances, lifestyle, and reputation. Grace demanded millions and made headlines for standing her ground. Some critics argued their love had long since faded and been replaced by brand building and quiet rivalry. Others saw them as two strong individuals who grew apart under the weight of fame. Whether genuine affection or a strategic pairing that boosted both their social profiles. The De Niro-Hightower relationship was layered with complexity. It wasn't just a marriage, it was a partnership that intertwined love, legacy, and luxury, all under the watchful eyes of the public. In the end, both walked away changed, and richer in more ways than one. 3. Kim Kardashian and Kanye West. When Kim Kardashian and Kanye West came together, the world watched and kept watching. Their relationship wasn't just a Hollywood romance, it was an empire in motion. Kim, already a reality TV icon and beauty mogul, had crafted a brand based on visibility. Kanye, the outspoken Grammy-winning rapper and fashion visionary, had his own empire, but was known for his unpredictable behavior. When the two worlds collided in 2012, it was electric. They became a cultural force, attending Paris Fashion Week hand in hand, launching fashion collaborations, and landing Vogue covers. Their wedding in 2014 at a castle in Florence was a global spectacle, symbolizing a union that merged black creativity with white Hollywood royalty. But beneath the glamour was a storm. Some saw their love as genuine, built on mutual admiration and creative passion. Others whispered it was calculated, with both gaining visibility and influence from the pairing. Kanye's fashion line exploded in popularity with Kim by his side, while Kim transitioned from tabloid curiosity to high-fashion muse, partly due to Kanye's influence. Together, they redefined celebrity branding, but fame has a cost. Kanye's mental health struggles played out publicly, and Kim became both his biggest supporter and, eventually, the one forced to walk away. Their split in 2021 was as public as their love had been, sparking debates over loyalty, ambition, and the emotional toll of living in the limelight. Fans still argue, was it real love or a mutual business decision? In truth, it was both. Their marriage blurred the line between affection and empire building. They built a dynasty together, one of influence, fashion, and billion-dollar deals. And even after the breakup, their legacies remain permanently linked. For better or worse, Kim and Kanye were never just a couple. They were a brand, one that changed pop culture. 4. David Bowie and Eamon. When David Bowie met Eamon in 1990, it wasn't at a chaotic Hollywood party or a tabloid-covered scandal. It was quiet, sincere, and utterly unexpected. Bowie, the legendary white British rocker, known for his alien alter egos and flamboyant stage presence, found serenity in Iman, the regal Somali-born supermodel who had long conquered the fashion world. From the outside, they seemed worlds apart, but privately, they shared a deep, mutual respect that defied industry norms. Unlike many celebrity couples, they didn't chase the cameras or make headlines for drama. In fact, their relationship remained one of the most private, yet enduring in Hollywood. Still, their union had undeniable symbolic power. In an era when interracial relationships were still sensationalized, Bowie and Iman made it look effortless, almost sacred. Bowie once said he was numb the first time he saw her, calling her the one. Iman, in turn, revealed in rare interviews that she didn't fall for David Bowie, the icon. She fell for David Jones, the man behind the myth. Their marriage wasn't just emotionally fulfilling, it expanded their social reach. Together, they were invited into the most elite art circles, charity boards, and fashion houses. Some critics suggested their pairing boosted both of their images. Bowie, the avant-garde artist, gained grounded elegance through Iman, and Iman, already a fashion queen, stepped into a new level of cultural prestige alongside Bowie. But there were no public scandals, no marketing schemes, just two people who quietly thrived together. They welcomed a daughter, Lexi, and remained devoted until Bowie's death in 2016. In the end, theirs wasn't a romance designed for headlines. It was a sanctuary, a love story not of convenience or commerce, but of deep connection. They didn't need the spotlight, they simply shined within it. 5. Heidi Klum and Seal. Supermodel Heidi Klum and British-Nigerian soul singer Seal began dating in 2004. The world was captivated. She was a global fashion icon, known for her radiant beauty and powerful presence on the runway. He was a Grammy-winning artist, known for his emotional voice and deeply personal songs. Together, they seemed like a fairy tale come to life. Two celebrities from vastly different worlds who appeared genuinely in love. Their wedding, held in Mexico in 2005, was a lavish but intimate affair. Every year after that, they famously renewed their vows in themed ceremonies, painting a picture of a couple rooted in tradition and deep affection. But behind the picture-perfect image, cracks slowly began to form as their fame grew. So did the public fascination with their marriage. Some insiders claimed that their relationship, while grounded in love, also served as a powerful brand. Their public image helped both maintain relevance. CELEB's music reached wider audiences, while Heidi transitioned from model to media mogul, launching Project Runway and expanding her influence. They were constantly in the press, not for scandal, but for their enviable family life. Yet, with so much media attention came pressure. Rumors of tension, disagreements, and personality clashes began to swirl. In 2012, they announced their separation, shocking fans who had come to believe in their seemingly unbreakable bond to this day. Their relationship is remembered with a mix of admiration and sadness. Many believe it was real love that simply couldn't survive under the spotlight. Others argue that fame fueled the flame until it burned out. Regardless of where the truth lies, Heidi and CELEB's union was one of the most iconic interracial relationships of the 2000s. A blend of beauty, talent, passion, and, inevitably, the high cost of fame. 6. Meghan Markle and Prince Harry. When Meghan Markle, a biracial American actress, and Prince Harry, the red-haired British royal, announced their engagement in 2017, the world didn't just celebrate, it erupted. Their relationship shattered traditions, ignited debates, and pulled the curtain back on one of the world's most mysterious institutions, the British monarchy. Meghan, known for her role on the TV drama Suits, was already comfortable in the spotlight. But royal life came with a different kind of exposure. Relentless, often cruel, and intensely racial. Their wedding in 2018 was broadcast globally, hailed as a modern, multicultural turning point for the monarchy. But behind the veil of celebration was a deep cultural friction. Some saw Meghan as a symbol of progress, while others labeled her as a disruptor. The British press, fueled by both racism and classism, scrutinized her every move. Prince Harry, already known as the rebellious royal, became even more protective, declaring the media's treatment of Meghan abusive. In 2020, the couple made the shocking decision to step back from royal duties, eventually relocating to California. From there, they rebranded, launching a podcast, a Netflix deal, a memoir, and a foundation. Critics questioned whether they had traded royal duty for Hollywood fame. Supporters argued they were reclaiming their voice and protecting their mental health. Were they driven by love or ambition? Perhaps both. Their connection appeared genuine, filled with empathy, defiance, and a shared desire for autonomy. But their strategic media moves also suggest a couple deeply aware of their influence and willing to use it. Meghan and Harry didn't just marry across racial lines, they crossed lines of tradition, power, and media control. Whether you see them as freedom fighters or brand builders, their love story continues to redefine what it means to be royal in the modern world. 7. Tessa Thompson and Dev Hynes. Tessa Thompson and Dev Hynes never officially confirmed their relationship, yet their rumored romance set the internet quietly buzzing. Tessa, a rising star known for her performances in Creed, Westworld, and Thor Ragnarok, had become a voice for a new generation, bold, unapologetically black, and deeply connected to themes of identity, art, and politics. Dev Hynes, the mastermind behind Blood Orange, had carved his own lane in music, experimental, genre-defying, and hauntingly beautiful. When the two were first seen together in New York and later spotted at events and art shows, fans were intrigued not just by the possibility of love, but by the subtle message the pairing seemed to send. They were both seen as avant-garde tastemakers, blending fashion, black creativity, and intellectual depth. Their connection, whether romantic or purely collaborative, became a symbol of black artistry elevated beyond mainstream conventions. But with neither confirming the nature of their bond, speculation thrived. Was their closeness an intentional blur of public and private for artistic effect? Or was it simply an intimate relationship they refused to perform for the press? What made this coupling so unique was its quiet power. No tabloids, no red carpet declarations, no Instagram selfies. Just two deeply respected artists moving in the same orbit. Some cultural critics argued their pairing boosted both their artistic credibility, a statement of alignment, more than publicity. Others saw it as an extension of their shared values, authenticity over performance, mystery over media saturation. In an industry where fame is often packaged and sold, Tessa and Dev's connection, real or rumored, offered a different narrative. They didn't need headlines to validate their bond. They let their art speak louder than words. And in that silence, they created a space where speculation, admiration, and imagination all coexisted.